Hey guys, according to the deck profile, this is my Nubatama Stride with the new Stride support. The Stride is so awesome in my opinion. This is the starter, Stealth Beast Kuroko. When she boosts and the attack hits the Vanguard, Soul Blast 1. And if you bound any cards that turn, you can destroy up to 2. So real good. I don't run the Legion in this because in Nubatama you only have the threes to discard, and with the Legion you'll need the threes to get those effects off. So I do not run the Legion in this, and I run 8 crit. You could run the stand in place of one of the crits to put into soul. So if you do have a lot of binding power, you got the soul for it. Of course, 4 draw to remain defensive and get the threes, and of course 4 heal to live. My great ones. Of course, I want to stay defensive and alive for when I need it. 4 PGs for 8K vanilla. You could substitute the vanillas out for 4 rain element tier. You just have to make sure you have Cray Elementals face up to use Tier's effect. And the Counterblast really, the Counterblast Unflipper, it really helps when you Soul Blast 2 to unflip. Choose a card, from your damage zone face up per Cray Element in your G zone. So, and this is one of the reasons you may want to run that card. Dread Master Counterblast 1, he boosts and he hits anything. If you have less cards than your opponent, you forcing them to discard a card. And I run 2 Tempest Stealth Rope Fuki. When your opponent has 3 or more cards in hand, Counterblast 1, put them into the soul when he's on the rear, and you choose a card from the hand and bind it face down. If it doesn't hit, it goes back to the hand. If it hits, hey, go ahead and Soul Blast him and get, what he's worth. So that's why I run him, my 2s. I run 4 Coke Joe. He goes up +2 per bound card while he's on the rear circle. So with one of the great 3s, he works really great. Great. 4 Tamahaganese. When he's placed on Vanguard or Rear Guard, you bind something on the field on your opponent's side and for free. So that goes, their starter or whatever they've been trying to, something that's been bugging you the whole time. So then 3 10K vanilla for defensive purposes. And I feel that swinging for 10 towards a rear guard or whatever have you is, pretty good. Especially when it's boosted by Dread Master. My 3s, I still run 4 of the Break Ride, Kujikiri Congo. I would sometimes ride him first and then stride and stride and stride and stride until, my opponent had literally no cards in hand because of his Break Ride skill. Limit Break 4, Break Ride over him. The riding Vanguard gets +10. Your opponent has to discard a card and bind a card of their choosing from their hand. He's not a key, but he's very valuable for his effect. Again, for the strides, and this is the main grade 3 that you could run. I choose to run. I'll run 3 of him because I can't find my 4th one, but 3 is fine. Kabuki Congo. And when he swings, you Counterblast 1, bind your opponent's whole field, and he goes up 10,000 if there are 3 or more cards in the bind zone. So it doesn't necessarily have to be by his effect alone. And then we have 1 Yozakura Congo. He's a Counterblast 1, discard 2 cards from hand. He goes up 10,000, and you can choose if your opponent has 4 or more cards in hand. You can choose 2 cards from the hand and bind them face down. And of course, if the number of cards in your hand is more than your opponent, he goes up +2. But I only run 1 of him, but he's mainly, again, stride fodder. I mainly ride him to again get the break ride off, or just to keep that constant pressure of, okay, I've run out of stride options. Now I can just bind their field and keep attacking. So, and go for the stride. For the time being, I have two Harmonix Messiah to fill in the spots of the two Rikudo Stealth Dragon Joe Ruri Raken. He is an awesome card. The reason I run all Sure Stealth Dragons is because of him. When he swings, you counter blast two, bind the card on your opponent's side of the field. Your opponent then binds the card face down from their hand of their choosing. Even if the attack doesn't hit, you those two units bound by this card's effect die and go to the drop zone. And so it's a really awesome card. So make sure you run. If you do run the Legion, then it's a sure stealth dragon, so it'll also work. And then we have the on hit. What's that boy? Geira Zurakan. He's an on hit discard card, and with the break ride, and then you, let's say you break ride over Kujikiri, and then you ride Kabuki, and then you again stride. Oh, with this, he doesn't get the bonus, but that's four cards out of your opponent's hand, just in the blink of an eye, and you can keep striding him until your opponent, because your opponent, regardless, is going to have to block, or if they can't, then they have to discard a card. So I feel that these, like Nubatama, got the proper stride support that they needed. I felt that this one could have been a little bit better, but I'm not going to complain because of the on hit. He's 10 cents and he's like 350. I just ordered these two, so they should be here in a couple of days. Um, the only complaints I have about the deck is that if you go against, of course, Link Joker, they'll lock your stuff. Gear Chronicle, they'll go ahead and shift out your Kuroko, Narukami, Kagero with the bind there. Narukami's binding and Kagero's, dismissing rules. So that's my only thing. But other than that, I feel that Nubatama is a great clan for whatever support it does have. Um, and the break ride and the limit break stuff is still very valuable in my opinion. Gets the job done, and so anyway, any questions, go ahead, leave them in the comment section. Leave them in the comment section. Give this video a like, and I appreciate if you go ahead and subscribe as well. Bye.